You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
Don't be afraid of
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the inner harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one underway. And off we go, here in Baltimore. Now an opening past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for King Henry. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. He'll go again here with Henry. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. 3rd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. In motion comes Andrews. On 1st and 10, Jackson. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
That's caught. Derrick Henry was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Again, it's Jackson. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Ifeatu Melifonwu.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll get this across midfield as he's brought down, following a pickup of 5. On 2nd down, Goff. Catch is made by Wright. 15-yard pickup there. Good for a Lions 1st down.
A gain of 15. 1st down is Wright.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. They'll go play action with Goff. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, we're getting a little test here early, Mike, to see just how easy is this team to rattle. Didn't look like they were able to get through that opening script that they had worked on all week. So I'm going to be curious on this next drive. Do they stick to the plan? Do they pick up where they left off? Or is there a little bit of a reaction, or dare I say panic, to come out and make some adjustments in response to that early interception.
They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
On the option, they give it to Henry. And he's going to get it. First down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. And that will be incomplete. They could not hook up on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Third and 9. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot. You know, I think there's certain times, Mike, throughout the game that call for a very aggressive style of play. I'm just not quite sure this was one of those situations, but I guess we'll see how it plays out throughout the rest of the game.
Duff going to throw here on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Duff. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Duff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
This is one of those cases where the offense is counting on the defensive line being over-aggressive in their pass rush, thinking that they can get the ball out of the quarterback's hand and into the back and pick up the first down on the yards after the catch. But the defense was obviously ready for it. A lot of guys running to the ball and just nowhere to go.
On 4th down, Duff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And
no chance at all. He'll go down. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the gun, it's Duff. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. It's a pickup of 16 yards down to the 16. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Now Goff gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. A dive, and he's in! Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Hardy now with the return. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. They'll run it with Henry. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
Brought down back at the 43-yard line.
Jackson now on 2nd down. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
This has been a tough sequence right out of the jump. You work all week on your opening script, and they're usually the plays that you feel the best about to try to establish some sort of early rhythm, but through 2 plays, run and pass, all they've done is go backwards.
He's got it! And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work.
And he'll take it on in. Nelson Aguilar. Touchdown, Ravens.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Tucker's extra point, up and good. And the Ravens will level things out at 7 apiece. Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Here's Craig Reynolds to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Goff to throw. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. Back to the air. It's Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And you even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
So, on 4th down, the Lions send out Jack Fox to punt. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime. Sims now to return it. Oh, no fair catch, and he pays the price. Big shot to make sure this return didn't even get started. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Back to throw, Jackson. A deep shot for Aguilar. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Ifatsu Melifonwu. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
On 1st down, it's Goff. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this 2nd quarter. Dan Campbell will opt to bring out the field goal unit. It'll be a 35-yard attempt. Bates' kick is good. And the Lions get 3 here late in the 1st half to take the lead. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this 2nd half. Coming up. 3 points, all that separates these two sides as half number 2 kicks off. Reynolds now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Off the play fake, here's Goff. And Marlon Humphrey is there, and he picks it off.
So we saw in the 1st half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Jackson going up top and looking for Flowers. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 6.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Goff to throw on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now, Goff. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Clemson. And he is just going to waltz his way in. The pick 6. A touchdown for the defense. The defense comes up with the big play, and the pick 6 changes all the momentum. New leader in this one with that touchdown.
Mike, this is one of those plays at the end they're going to look back on and say that play changed the game. Not only do you create the turnover, you take it back the other way, and now you find yourself with the lead here in the second half.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Reynolds now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3. Once again, it's Gibbs. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Detroit.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Duff. And he might have waited just a bit too long there as he throws it incomplete. Looking to set up the screen, but the defense wouldn't give him the time. After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Stevens. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream, a pick-6 for touchdown. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg their 2nd pick-6 of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's 1 pick-6, but to get 2 pick-6s in the same game, this defense is on fire.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Reynolds now on the return. And they'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. Here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Brandon Stevens there to bring him down. Here's a 2nd and 6. On play action. Duff. That's caught by Gibbs. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. On the run is complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Now the Ravens use their first timeout.
Really nice answer to the previous drive from this quarterback. You want to play at this league and you want to play for a long time, you better have a short-term memory because mistakes are going to happen. Really nice job here bouncing back, putting together a promising drive, and he's open to come away with a touchdown of his own.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. On 2nd down, gone. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. Here's Gibbs. And he will dive into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Hardy now with the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. We're going to go right back to Henry. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Here's the give to Henry running right. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. On the handoff, it's Henry. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On 1st down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss. Let's call it for what it is, Mike. I mean, right now, this team is winning in spite of him. Certainly not because of him. And what's really concerning is that's the most important position on the team. And if they are able to hold on and they do pull this game out, it could wind up being one of the most poor performances we've ever seen in a winning effort that I can recall in a long time.
On 3rd down, Jackson. This throw right is taken in by Flowers. The Lions called their 1st timeout.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again. When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball in the air?
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Mark Andrews. Touchdown. Touchdown, Baltimore. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead.
All right now.
Hold up, what you saying? Look up, you ain't hitting no more. Fix up with a bang. Got drip when they hit that door. You did it on me. Baby, it's me. Show me go up, down. And you go bounce with me. Make it bounce. Make it bounce. Make it bounce. Make it bounce. Switch that flow, straight back, on them feet, bounce that, get down low, bounce, rap, yes indeed. By the telling me something, maybe I need to figure out how the hell are we cutting, I got a deed to the house, and the less of the, if you tryna do something, you gotta lead with the bounce. Make it bounce, bounce for me, make it bounce, make it bounce.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we'll see who rules the... The punter, Bradley Pinion, will handle kickoff duties. And off we go here in Baltimore. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10.
Hey, middle.
First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. On the give, here's Henry. And he will have the 1st down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. That's the safety, Jesse Bates. And he's going to bring this one back. Wow, less than a minute into the game. It's a pick 6 and an early touchdown. You get the ball to start the game thinking you'll score on offense. Instead, they allow the defense to be the first on the board in this one.
So now the question is, Mike, do you allow this to linger the rest of the day? You've dug yourself a pretty big hole here to start, but you've got to pick yourself up and realize this game is far from over, and we now got to get the ball back and establish some early rhythm.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Ravens offense ready to take over possession of the football. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Jackson. He'll look for Flowers downfield. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down. Bateman is the motion man. Play action now. Jackson. He's going to try it here again. It hangs up a bit too much. It's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Throwing now, Penix on 1st down. That's complete to McLeod. And he will score. Ray McLeod. Touchdown, Atlanta. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
From the gun, it's Penix. He'll swing that out wide, and he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. They'll start out 1st down and 10. On play action, here's Jackson. Now a loose football. It's picked up by one of his teammates. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now some movement up front, and we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today.
Still 2nd down.
Second down, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's complete to the veteran, Nelson Aguilar. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, they snap it to Jackson. And that is not going to work. incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
So the message this coach is sending to his huddle is very clear. It's, hey guys, I got all the confidence in the world. We're going to be aggressive all day. We're not afraid to fail. We are going to try to score on every possession. And as a player, you can't help but win. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Now Penix to throw on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. Fourth down, and here's Penix. Here's a shot toward the end zone.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that fourth down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time fourth down stop.
A first down throw for Jackson. Aguilar able to make the catch. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll run out of the gun with Henry. He'll only be able to get the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Jackson. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. 3rd down and 9. To throw is Jackson. Now for the 3rd time in the first quarter, he's been intercepted. And the Falcons will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Understanding the coverage shells of cover 2 is critical, especially for the linebackers, Mike. They're responsible for those underneath zones. There is some vulnerability to this coverage unit if you don't have guys who understand their assignments. But I'll tell you what, this guy definitely was paying attention in meetings because he was in the right place at the right time, and he's able to come away with the big pick.
On 2nd down, Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. From the gun, here is Penix. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
They're going on 4th down. It's Penix. He fires downfield for Pitts.
You know, Mike, I'm all for being aggressive. There are definitely times where you have to go for it on your side of the field. I'm just not sure if at this point in the game, this was one of them.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now it's Jackson. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now, Jackson. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Jackson. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. And he's going to be taken down. Again, it's Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. To the air one more time with Jackson. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Nelson Aguilar. Touchdown, Ravens. Jackson and the offense trying to get 2 more here. Back to throw. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now Penix. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Penix on 3rd down. Open man, he's got it. It's London. No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. They'll try to throw it with Penix. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down. It's a gain of 12 facing 4th down. And here's Bijan. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. On 2nd down, here's Penix. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Now the lefty Penix on 1st down. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Penix. To the goal line and in. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown Falcons.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
Ready?
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now Jackson. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down. He'll complete this one to Rashad Bateman. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Jackson up top again. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
On third down, Jackson. A deep shot for Aguilar. That's in the end zone and intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get the football at their own 23.
There's not a position on the field, Mike, let alone any sport, where the mental side doesn't come in and impact how well you perform. And in this case, when you've thrown 4 interceptions in one game, I think we can all safely assume some of those mental issues have seeped into his game. And if he can't get settled down, he's playing right into the hands of this defense.
Mooney in motion. They'll throw on first down with Penix. Over the middle, that's his tight end, Pitts. Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Penix going for it all. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. That's complete to McLeod. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Mooney in motion. To throw again, it's Penix. Big strides, look at him go! And he's in! Kyle Pitts, touchdown Atlanta. His 2nd touchdown of this first half.
The Falcons will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Again, it's Penix. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This returnable from the 4. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. He's going to look downfield once again. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell, and what that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones, and if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point on the sideline, Mike, it just has to feel like deja vu. I mean, really, the last 2 drives, same story. Continuing to drive, you have something brewing, and then you just stall out in the exact same fashion. You can't put the ball in harm's way. You're not going to win a lot of football games if you do.
On first down, it's Penix. That's caught downfield by Robinson. And a critical tackle there. They were getting close to scoring. Instead, they get nothing. Time has run out. This first half has come to an end.
Ravens 6. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the third quarter. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. Oh, he tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
All right, Mike, you know me. I tend to be an offensive guy, so if we're taking a big shot to start this half, I'm thinking touchdown. But rather, we go interception to begin the second half. Now, still an exciting play. I think we're going to see both sides willing to continue to take these risks, take these chances throughout the rest of this second half.
Aguilar goes off in motion. On the option, they give it to Henry. And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
Second down, Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. He'll try and run for this with Henry.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
From the 1-yard line, first down and goal. Henry tries to pull his way in. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore. From the gun, Jackson. That is caught. And they get the 2-point conversion.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
The Falcons offense ready for this next possession. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. First and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. They'll go again with Robinson. And he's going to take this past the 45. And that's good enough for a first down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
On the option, here's Robinson. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2. Another run here for Robinson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short. A give, and here comes Robinson. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Well, he had such a great first half throwing the football. There's no reason to think, Mike, coming out here for the start of the third, that anything's going to change. He's picked up right where he left off, and the numbers are indicative of just how well he's played.
On the carry, this is Tyler Algier. And he will carry his offense to the red zone. Inside the 20-yard line, a pickup of 9. They'll go right back to Algier. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. It gets them down to the 6. They'll run with Robinson. A second effort, and he is in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
And this time,
Bradley Pinion set to kickoff.
the kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense about ready to take over once more. Interesting point here, Greg. This is one of those where on 1st and 10, Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A 1st down throw for Jackson. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
A 9-yard loss.
Jackson now on 2nd down. He keeps it himself.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. Sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
A deep shot for Aguilar. And more of the same. Another interception. That's the safety, Jesse Bates. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong time. of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And all you can do at this point, Mike, is just really marvel at how well he's been able to run the ball. And throughout the course of the game, they've certainly not been shy in giving it to him. And I think he's held up his side of the bargain.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Throwing is Penix. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the Ravens' 30.
On 2nd down, Penix. Quick throw here is complete. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front, the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
3rd and 2, and Penix. And that is incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit, and after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
They'll try and throw it with Penix. That's caught. It's high. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Throwing again, it's Penix. That'll be caught by McLeod. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Penix gonna throw again. And that's gonna be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Here's Penix. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Like, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. Jackson. And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Well, they had a big hole to climb out of, and now it is even bigger. Greg, the defense was waiting for it, feasts on it, and they get to celebrate with a pick 6.
Well, a very fitting way for this one to come to an end here, Mike. This has been a completely dominant defensive performance. This pick 6 here in the 4th quarter ends what has been a total runaway.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense back onto the field for their next possession. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Throwing Jackson. Quick throw, taken in. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Now the Ravens use their first timeout, and they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. He'll find Aguilar complete. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Jackson now to throw on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. To the air one more time with Jackson. Going up top and looking for Flowers. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. So they take the shot downfield, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. What a big play that is, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And the key to a play like this is when the ball travels this far in the air, they teach you, don't look back, look up, because that's where the ball will be. And in this case, he was able to secure it and come away with a big touchdown.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Avery Williams on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Pitts is the man in motion. Now the lefty Penix on first down. That's complete to McLeod. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
They'll throw on first down with Penix. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
I think he's better off if he would have just decided to throw that ball away. He had nowhere to go. He tried to go through his progression as quick as he could, but sometimes you just have to learn, Mike, at this level, learn to play the next snap. If it's not there, you don't get the perfect look, throw it away. That play didn't work. Line up, snap it, and do it again.
One last shot now for Jackson. He'll look for Flowers downfield. And that final throw here is intercepted. That's the safety, Jesse Bates. So it's a win for the visiting Falcons. A bit of...
Feel like I'm never enough. I say I don't give up, so I keep down low. Slowly coming undone, yeah. I run in circles. Get back, get away. But watch me try hard anyway. It's so fake, self-hate's killing me. I know that I'm not that, and I'm sick of pretending. So sick of pretending. I need to run away to not be just like the others. Hide my face. No one knows it's pulling me.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Matt Gay ready to get this one started. And off we go here in Atlanta. McLeod now to return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
Mike, I remember the first time I watched one of his college games, and I was blown away. I mean, the accuracy. That ball looks like it's jumping out of his hand. He is physically talented. He's mature. He's played a lot of football. He has overcome a lot of adversity, man. That is a formula for success in the NFL. He might have to wait a little bit to find his time, but the more opportunities he gets, like here in this one, I think he has a bright future.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
On second down, it's a run with Robinson. And he'll get close to the marker. A nice run, probably a yard short of that first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Penix. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and they have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game. Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense...
A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nick Cross. And the Colts are going to take over just shy of midfield.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you. And sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
They face 2nd down and 7. They go right back to Taylor. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Putting the tight end in motion. They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. A 19-yard pickup there. 1st down, Indianapolis. On 1st down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. To the end zone, it's intercepted. And the Falcons will take over possession here at the 44.
Every defensive coordinator, Mike, in the NFL preaches one thing about red zone defense. Keep them out of the end zone. Make them settle for 3. Well, what do? With that interception, they take it to another level, and they get off the field without allowing a single point.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
So pick up a 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Robinson. Robinson, a 1st down and more. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass.
That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the safety, Julian Blackman. And the Colts are going to get the football at their own 23.
This is something we see so often out of these young quarterbacks, Mike, is their inability to manipulate the defense. They kind of telegraph where they're going to go with their ball, with their eyes. And I'd love to see him the next time when he gets to the top of his drop. Look off the safety. Hold some of the underneath defenders from where you ultimately know you want to go with the ball. A lot of that just comes with experience, and sometimes you got to gain that experience the hard way.
On second down, Richardson. And this will be incomplete, but a penalty flag down on the play. Let's see who's guilty. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. This one intercepted. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
All right, so that's consecutive drives now. You've come out here and thrown interceptions. I think at this point, Mike, it's time to run the ball. It's time to give this offense a little bit of a reset, settle this quarterback down. And if nothing else, let's cool off this secondary. They are flying to the ball. They are taking chance after chance. Let's remove them from the defense for a while, make them defend the run, and let's get our offense back on track.
Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. It's the linebacker, E.J. Speed. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Richardson. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. And he is just going to waltz his way in. The pick 6. A touchdown for the defense. And the defense comes up with the first points of this one. It is a pick 6 to make it a 6-0 lead.
And Mike, we talked all week which offense was going to be able to strike first and play with the lead. Well, the defense, they had other plans. They're able to put the first points on the board by capitalizing with that pick 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Anthony Gould now to return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Here's the Indianapolis offense. Now as they get set to take over once more, they'll begin with 1st and 10. Now Richardson. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing is Richardson. Crushed. It's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back to Atlanta in a moment. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw is Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Throwing is Penix. And that is incomplete.
Not exactly the type of drive to write home about, Mike. 3 passes, 3 incompletions, no yards gained. And I really can't blame any of these fans who have continued to voice their frustration, especially after that last series of play calls.
Mooney in motion. They're going on 4th down. It's Penix. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. It's a pickup of 12 as they wind up converting on 4th down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
To throw again, it's Penix. And this will be incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Again, it's Penix. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Nick Cross. And his guys are going to be set up with a short field as they look to draw closer and perhaps draw even in this one.
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another. He's got teammates springing him all over the field, and this offense is lucky this didn't go all the way back for a pick 6.
Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. That one complete to Pierce. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal. Some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Throwing, Richardson. And he's in. Josh Downs. Touchdown, Indy. Richardson and the Colts come to the line. They'll try to tack on 2 more. He'll drop to throw. And he'll get in to tie this game at 8.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
McLeod now to return. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Penix. Off-balance throw. It's complete. It'll be taken down, but but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Penix. Complete. Former first-round pick Drake London with the catch. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. Throwing now, Penix on 1st down. That one, taken in. Ray McCloud. Touchdown, Atlanta.
You simply just can't allow that ball to be completed, Mike. I mean, there's no time left. You understand there's two options. There's a take a shot Hail Mary into the end zone, or there's throw the ball underneath and try for a couple laterals. At the end of the first half, it's probably just going to be a Hail Mary, and you got to go up and knock that ball down.
So now that late touchdown, not only will they take the lead to the locker room, they're going to try to extend it by 2 more. And he gets into the end zone. A perfect finish to this half. They get the touchdown on the final play and top it off with a 2-point conversion. So,